Hi everyone, so today I have a sponsored video from Tonic Studios for their new Marvellous Mosaic Hexagon set. We'll take a quick look at this in just a moment, but they did send this item free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you were purchased items to those links, so thank you for using those if you would like. I do get samples, so it looks like this, but yours will be pretty much on a carrier like this, but in a nice packaging that has like some inspo, and if anything needs like instruction, a lot of times you'll have that too, but I believe there are 16 dies on this set, and I'm just looking at it. Actually, I just thought it was a ton of like hexagons and like, you know, these end pieces. If you do any crocheting or quilting, a lot of times, you know, if you have something like a hexagon, you have to finish it off, and a lot of times you need some little triangles like that, or you need like this other piece that helps you kind of finish it off if you're doing it straight this way or however. So it's kind of cool that we have that same option here. What I'm looking at is one big piece in here though, so let's check this guy out. So you have this gorgeous piece, very much a focal point. If you're making like a card or something, you have that, and then you can fill it in with all these cute things. So I think that's what we will do today. This die, I'm trying to see, it's about 5 inches. I guess we can go from here. Yeah, just under 5 inches, metal to metal, and then I'm trying to make sure this one's like 4 3/8, let's say. Just so you know the exact size of that if it works for your machine, for your die cutting machine. And then again, we have these finishing off pieces. You have these portions like this one, you would run it through, and then if you want an inlay, you would then run the inlay. I don't believe they can go through at the same time, otherwise they would have housed it that way on this carrier. So you have those guys. You do have just a hexagon on its own. You can inlay it with these guys. Again, you would run this through and then do the inlay because it doesn't nest together. We have these triangular pieces that are going to help you finish up, you know, however it is that you want your design to look, that you need to pop those guys in if you would like. So we have like, it looks like little sprigs. I see this one has like a rose in the center. We have like a kind of like a mandala effect on this one, if you can see the design, like this one here. So that one coordinates that one, like a sunflower. Oopsie. This is the other sunflower. This is just kind of a, excuse me, and this one's a geometric design that goes along with this guy. Again, you have the pieces that help you finish that off. And then this main hexagon here. So, oh, and then I'll say this one does have some words. I think it says, "Let there be love," is what it says on that one. Hope you can see it. Let there be love. So I'm going to just grab some, you know, a card base and some papers, and we're just going to pop these all in here and make a really pretty card. I'll be right back. Before we really get started, as I look at this closer, it's more maybe a placement guide, but also it gives you the embossed lines. This doesn't actually cut anything, so you'll have your lines there and you'll know where to place things to look nice. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. For my card, I think what I'll do is I'll focus on like the little sunflower looking pieces. So I'm gonna make a card base that is 4 by 6. So let me grab a trimmer here. So if I'm making my own card base, we're gonna need this to be 6 by 8. So I will go 6 in this direction. If you're using a 2-size piece of paper, by 8, or however you want to cut that. But since on the 11-inch side, I will take off 3 inches off this one side. That way I don't have to swing out the arm. And I'm going to score it at 4 inches. And that is my card base. 4 by 6. And try to line that up as best we can. And give that a good crease if I can find a bone folder, that'd be great. Here we go. And I think I'll use a black piece of cardstock to kind of inlay or imprint this guy on. So for 4 by 6, I'm going to do, I mean, I can cover the whole thing, but I would like 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. And that will be this guy. Did that move on me? I hope not. Okay. So that's just the matte layer I'm creating for that. And then to get started, I'm just going to run this die through. Again, you can, well, a die, I guess it's a die because it's a die, but it just does the marks. So wherever you're going to put this is where your design's going to be. And you know, we can have the full guy there. You can also, when you remove it, do it again, you know, kind of give yourself some space. I think I'm going to put it like here. My plan was to cut some of them off if I, you know, to make it look cool. So maybe like there. I mean, you can have a whole one or this kind of thing. I kind of like the way that looks. And we're going to trim that down and then maybe even move this guy over here. Just have a little bit off the edge to make it look more organic. So I'm just going to run that through my machine so that I get the impression there. And I will be right back. I'm going to tape it down with more tape than that. Let me just run that through whatever machine we have. And let's see. And that'll be pretty much our guide for laying down our little hexagons. And so what I plan to do, like I said, I'm going to use, ooh, that's new tape, and be careful with that. We're going to fill this area in. Alright, so we have that. I'm not going to stick it down quite yet because I am going to cut away the excess, so I'm not going to glue that down quite yet. I'm going to grab some glitter paper, I think some gold glitter. Maybe some mirror gold, you know, just kind of playing with that. And then for these guys, I think I'll just use some yellow paper. So let me grab those things and I'll be right back. So I just pulled out some papers that I think would look really nice. And actually, maybe we'll do some inlays in this too. So, let's see if I'm going to stick with the florals. You know, I'm just going to start cutting things out because I don't really know where I want to put what. But like maybe just gold, right? Like this glitter gold. And then maybe we do some inlays. So I have this beautiful Welsh gold, which is one of my favorite golds ever. This glittery one. So I'll just cut a piece down because I don't need a ton of it. I might just have a couple of these guys because gold does really catch your attention, so I kind of want everything to have its place. So maybe that, and then if there's a gold one down here, I have something else here, maybe this guy will be here, you know, or something. So I'll run both these guys through just gold. And then I'll need a few, just these pieces that we're going to then use to do inlays. So with those guys, I have marigold yellow. Well, let me just cut these out first. So let's do that, and then as I'm thinking, maybe we have this guy up here, and that'll just kind of cut into the paper. If we have some gold here, some gold there, maybe. I'm trying to think about how I want to design this. Maybe that one goes there. Maybe the other one goes there. Maybe this one goes here. Yeah, let's put that one there, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to run that through. I'm going to tape it down. I was looking for my tape. Just to have an inlay, and then maybe we'll have another inlay. I don't want the card to fall apart if I put this down here. I don't know how. I think that might be okay. Let me see how this one looks once I run it through, because I don't want that whole corner to fall apart. I think it should still hold on though. You know what, let's go ahead and do it. I'll put this one here. So I'm already making some style choices. So put that guy there. And then I'll stick that guy down over here and run this paper through, and I'll get these guys going. I'll be right back. So let's see. Oh, look how pretty that just kind of swiveled back there. That is gorgeous. So of course, I mean, this would be really great for tons of shakers. I would just make the whole top of the card a shaker. I'll be very careful removing this piece. Yeah, no, that's good. Look at that. And I also was afraid, I was like, I don't want the card to fall apart, and I didn't really know how it was going to do what it's going to do, but that looks great. So we have that one. Put this guy back. Down here. Okay. And then we have some of these pieces. Like I said, maybe we do like a little gold here, and maybe another gold one up here, you know. And like I said, we're going to trim it down so it looks more organic, so let's just pretend we have those there. Excuse me. And it looks really nice. Okay, so these guys, I'm going to run these guys through again through this shiny gold. Where did I put my shiny gold? This one. I just had this scrap of paper I had made a boo-boo on, so I'm going to use that to have some shiny gold that comes out from behind these guys. So then I'm going to run it through the shiny gold. I'll also run it through some of the marigold yellow. The same shapes, those same outlines, right? And then we're going to do the inlay to them. So let me just get a couple of those going. Oh, I already cut into this piece, so I will use that. So same shapes from here. I don't know that I actually need this shape, but that's okay. We'll run it through now, and then I'll be right back. I'm just laying these out. I really like the way these look, just gold and beautiful, so I am going to do an inlay on top of them, but I think we'll do the inlay with this guy with the gold behind it, this one too, and then I'll need one more. So I'm just kind of laying them out to see how I like the look, and I'll be right back. So I think that's what I'll do, gold, gold, and then these gold ones will be behind this with the inlay. So again, we already cut it out. This doesn't fit inside that guy, so we're just going to match it up. And you can just hold it, I mean, depending on the machine you're using, or you can just kind of give it a little bit of a tape. I'll run that through, both of these guys. Actually, I think I cut too many. And then this one from this guy. Again, just tape that down and run that through, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just want to get in a little closer, and I'm just going to glue the these guys down. Look how pretty that is. If I wanted to show you the texture in there, I mean, you can definitely ink that up if you would like. Different ways to play that up. But I'm just going to put a good amount of my glue, since I have that kind of slippery base. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to stick out everywhere, but at the same time you do want this to hold on. So I'll do this. I'll kind of get some of that excess off and go ahead and glue this one on top of this guy. And same thing for that little kind of side piece here. As I'm waiting for those to set up, I kind of rearranged some of these because I'm like, oh no, because then I would have too many of the inlay ones just kind of close together. So gold, glittery gold, this gold one down here, this glitter one here, and then our inlay ones. Let me see if they're ready. I just put some weight on top of them so that they would stay nice and stuck together. And, you know, this guy here, and this guy here. And then this one up here. Again, we're going to cut away the excess. I know it's not that much, but it'll be a nice design option. And I think that looks lovely. And then we'll have like our sentiment over here. Again, there is a sentiment built in there. And again, you know, these can some be up and some be down, you know, or with dimensionals, should I say, things like that. I think I'm going to stick them down. Well, maybe we'll pop this one up. So let's go ahead. And I'm just following this pattern here and just, you know, eyeballing how they should be placed so that they have an even amount of edge on them. Let me get closer. I know it might be hard to tell because it's black, but I'm looking at the lines that are already there and where that might be. So that one's there. This one, I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to wipe it away because I don't want it to mess with that beautiful gold. So just whenever you use the wet glue, wipe away the excess. And I'm going to put this guy here. There we go. Glue this guy. Not too much glue on the very top because I'm going to trim that little part of that away. And it's just the smallest amount I'm taking off of that top part there. And I mean, I could have popped this one up if, I don't know, I feel like maybe I should just leave it flat. But if I pop this one up and then have our sentiment over here, I think that'll be good. Okay. Again, wipe away that excess. Okay, I'm just going to glue these last two down and I'll be right back. I'll put dimensionals on the back of this one. This guy just has some dimensionals back there. And we'll pop it here. And you can take this to your trimmer or however you want to cut that off, but I like to just, if I'm going to use a scissor, I look at the back because that helps me kind of line it up on the very edge of the card, and then just trim away the excess. And there's the slightest amount over here, so same thing, just turn it this way and cut that little bit off. I know this one's doubled up, so it's going to be a little tougher to cut through. And it looks a little organic and really cool. Let's bring our card base back if I can find it. We worked with that a while back here. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. And then that will just sit there. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue that straight down. Again, you can play with all these different up and down with the dimensions. I think that'll be really nice. I'm going to be very careful to glue that piece down. And just around here. Oh, a little glue there. And I'm going to glue that down right here. I'm going to hold that for a bit before I pop on a sentiment, and I'll be right back. I will say there was one little bit that I meant to cut off this. I mean, it's not hanging off the card. It would be fine, but if you wanted to look like the rest of them, I would trim that off. So let me just do that for real quickly. Just take that little edge off there. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down. And I just grabbed this little sentiment from my stash. It just says amazing, so I'm gonna pop that on there, but you know, whatever you would like. Let's go ahead and run this through some glittery gold. And then this through another color that would coordinate. I did bring out quite a few colors. I was wondering if the gold and the glitter would look good together, but I think it might be hard to tell one from the other. So I'll be right back. So I have the word amazing here, and I actually ran it through black on this part and then the Welsh gold for the background. I think that'll look lovely. Let's get this out here. It's very delicate. I'm just going to go ahead and just glue that down, okay? Glue that on here and put some dimensionals on the back. Okay, guys. I'll be right back. Look at that. I love the way that looks. And then, I mean, every little piece of detail in there's amazing. I was wondering, you know, and this is the thing, I plan to do this landscape, but I mean, if you want to do a portrait, wherever you like. And again, like I said, you can also move it over and then do it again so you have another guide for yourself. But I think I'm going to pop this up here. That's fun. Just like right in there. Let me make sure it's straight before I really stick it down. And there's my card. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Thanks so much Tonic Studios for sponsoring this video. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.